welcome back to our channel. Don't mind Danny's scruffy appearance today. We just came back from a walk in the snow. I'm gonna brush him after this video. But today I'm doing another video on things to keep in mind if you want to get an Alaskan Malamute. But before I get into that, I wanted to go through some of the comments that I got on my other video. I'll link that below for you if you want to watch it. But I keep getting comments like Danny looks dead or gross or deformed. First of all, he's not dead, obviously, because if you watch the whole video, he moves and he is alive. And the gross deformed thing I have heard so many times before. Like, people will come up and tell me he looks weird, and I guess that's one of the reasons why he was abandoned before we found him. Like, people just didn't like the way he looked. And to me, his looks don't matter. Like, as long as it doesn't affect his health, it's perfectly fine. And as long as Danny is happy and healthy and a good boy, that's all that matters to me. But I will try and explain why he looks the way that he does. So some Malamutes do not have pigment on their nose and eyes, and that's what Danny has. So instead of the black nose and the black rim around his eyes, he has sort of this pinkish color, which I think looks weird to some people, I guess, but to me he's just Danny and I love him the way he is. Also in that video, he was tired because he had just come back from his walk and he was getting over an ear infection, and also he's really old. He's almost 12 years old, so in human years for a giant dog that's about 90 to 100 years old. So yeah, I guess those are the reasons why he looks weird. Like, to me it doesn't matter what he looks like. Anyway, I just wanted to address those comments before I start this video. And the first thing I want to tell you is that I know I mentioned this in the first video, but I'm gonna say it again. Pets are forever. So if you are thinking of getting an Alaskan Malamute, please put a lot of thought and consideration into it and be willing to care and love for them until the day that they pass away. It's so sad when people abandon their pets, and I've seen it firsthand. I used to work at a pet shelter in Melbourne years ago, and the dogs that came in were just so devastated. So please be prepared to not abandon your pet if you decide to get one. And also, you can look at the shelters and Malamute rehoming charities to find a suitable pet. You don't necessarily have to get one of these from a breeder. And the next point I would like to make is that Malamutes are really independent and smart, but they're also very clingy. So I have quite a few things I want to talk about this point. So Danny is very much an inside dog. He loves being part of the family and just being with us inside. So this is just my opinion, but I recommend having these guys as inside dogs because they don't do well if you leave them outside all the time. Like, they will get bored and destructive, and they are escape artists. Like, Danny, you guys know Danny can open and close the door by himself, but he also, when he was younger, figured out how to unlock gates. And one time he even figured out how to use the garage door opener. Like, he would get it in his mouth and press the button so that the garage door would open. So that is how smart they are. They are extremely intelligent. And if you leave them outside with nothing to do and nothing to keep them occupied, they will try to escape. And you don't want that because, you know, they could get lost, or even worse, they could get run over by a car. So I definitely recommend having them as inside dogs. They're much happier that way, and they just love being with the family. So we've covered Malamutes being independent and clingy and extremely intelligent and inside dogs. Okay, the last point I want to make in this video, because I keep getting comments on this asking if they would make good guard dogs, and the answer is no. They do look intimidating and are really big, but they are basically just giant lovable teddy bears. So they don't make good guard dogs at all. And I personally do not agree with training dogs to be guard dogs. So the only thing I'm going to say about this is that Malamutes do not make good guard dogs. So anyway, that was the video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, please don't leave any more comments about Danny looking weird or whatever. Like I said, he looks fine to me. Like, I really don't care what he looks like as long as he's happy and healthy. But yeah, that was the video, and we'll see you next time. Stay fluffy. Bye!